We've been probably completely inundated with conversations with CMOs. So for things they've been doing this year, which was of course very much of a roller coaster year, and sort of from what you've heard from them and their agencies for next year, sort of what are the biggest mistakes the CMOs and VPs of marketing have made this year, and sort of what would you caution them as far as mistakes that they might make next year if they don't sort of intervene now?
Yeah, I think the big mistake they made last year was some of them retreated a little bit from the digital arena, and then they realized they had to re-accelerate and take back the position that they either lost through their people or through their lack of spending. And so we're actually seeing a little bit more aggressive behavior from CMOs about how they think about the future. Right? They want to have a better plan. They don't want to just look at it week by week. People can buy campaigns day by day or week by week in the online space. We're actually seeing them try to plan for a year on a more regular basis.
So then I guess the mistake you don't want them to repeat or make next year would be to sort of be too tepid in their online campaigns.
Yeah, they retreated, and
right.
They shouldn't have retreated because they know they have to accelerate their online spending because that's where the consumers have moved to. So they actually have to commit and play through
right.
If they want to get their budgets moved online, because it takes a long time to learn, to get the right people, to get the right systems and processes, and get the innovation and the experimentation.
Sure.
And every time you retreat, it takes you a little bit longer to move forward. So,
especially if your competition didn't retreat.
That's correct.
Which is fascinating, because one thing we've seen in our business is that while overall things are just about flat on a year-over-year basis, which I guess could be good or bad news depending on your perspective, when you peel back the layers of the onion and you look at individual marketers, we've got a ton of our clients who've actually doubled their budgets
yes.
on a year-over-year basis, and then others have slashed their budgets dramatically, and I think made that mistake. Not that it was necessarily under their control, and maybe
yeah.
the bean counters said you have no choice, budgets have to get slashed, but certainly many marketers have seen 2009 and we'll see 2010 as an opportunity to take advantage of the competitive weakness. And
when you look at the reallocation, so if I look at my best performing advertisers that we do the best job for and produce the best results for, and I know this is going to sound a little self-serving, but their budgets have doubled over the last year or two, and they're learning more and growing more. The ones that pulled back are the ones that you were really having to re-educate, reinvest, go through all of those changes. And I would suggest that even though budgets are cut, that the reallocation to online should have saved those budget cuts, because even if you had to cut your budget 50%, your reallocation to online should have sort of overcome any sort of retreat.
Right.
And that's the discussion that we're having with a lot of people. They're saying, wow, I cut, and I shouldn't have cut here. I should have reallocated that spend over, and now they're moving forward. So I actually feel pretty positive about some segments of the marketplace.